When I was diagnosed with cancer last year, I was asymptomatic. I felt great. I wouldn't have found out if I didn't do a voluntary screening. Take charge of your health, go to the doctor, be proactive with your health.
There's a 1 in 8 chance that a woman will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. And for Black women, we're more than likely to be diagnosed before the age of 50. Head to BaptistHealth.net right now to schedule your mammogram and be on the proactive side of care. Mammograms save lives.
In 2018, Eileen Higgins took on political insiders and won, and she got to work building thousands of affordable housing units, protecting Biscayne Bay and empowering small businesses. At the same time, Emilio Gonzalez was accused of fraud, protected the political insiders, and allowed city departments to be weaponized against local businesses, and was forced to resign in disgrace. On December 9th, we will deliver change with Eileen Higgins as our next mayor. She'll get things done. Vote Eileen Higgins for mayor.
This was awesome. Thank you for tuning in. What's up? What's up? Hello News family. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? What's up? Look. Don't y'all see me with a new little background? Hold on, let me adjust this camera. Let me adjust her. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. See, it feel weird because I'm talking to people, but I'm not talking to people. Okay, let me see. Oh, y'all in the comments. Okay. So y'all already know, like and share. Y'all make sure y'all get the algorithm going. Oh, I could definitely hear y'all. So this is gonna be distracting. So we just gonna get a disclaimer. As y'all see, y'all like my new little set. I am actually here in Orlando at my good best friend, my brother Julius's beautiful new home. And yeah, we got a live studio audience. So y'all may see a little chuckle, y'all may see me distracted looking over here. It's because these people are in the kitchen and in the living room and doing all these things because it's Thanksgiving Eve. And y'all know we are with our family. So yes, we're gonna get it started. Don't make me turn that camera over there on y'all. Don't make me turn it on y'all. They talk about no, they don't want to be the show. Y'all want to be the show. Let me see what y'all saying in these comments. Oh, thank y'all for pulling up. Let's go. Hey, Auntie, what you cooking, Auntie? I miss your Thanksgiving food. Ooh, Tamela, what you cooking? Ooh, what my mother they cooking? I know she doing some good stuff. Hey, Mommy, I know you cooking. What you cooking over there, girl? Tell Auntie I said, hey, we ready. Y'all in the kitchen? I won't be in the kitchen. Y'all seen the meme that say, I'll only get in your way. They singing Whitney Houston song. That'll be me all in the way. I'm not the cooking type of girl. Hey, family, not yet. Oh, I love the fact that y'all know each other in the comments. This is just so amazing. Okay. Oh, JJ right here putting the fires in, but he's right next to me. Hey, friend. Yo, I braid Lex right here next to me. She talk about, yo, I appreciate the love. Tontas, where you at? Oh, you was the Let's Go. Tontas in here too. Y'all, this is gonna be a fun show tonight, y'all. We're gonna talk about some good stuff. Y'all know when it's not a heavy news show, we get to talk about fun topics or entertainment topics. So we talking about JT and Ball Greezy and they recent performance faux pas, the L's they were taking. Also, too, we talking about annoying family at Thanksgiving and how we gonna deal with them. We also gonna do a quick little media happy hour recap. And I'm gonna let y'all know when we're gonna air that for everybody who didn't make it. We're gonna be showing that on air. And then we also too have a special interview with special guest Miami mayoral candidate Commissioner Eileen Higgins. She has a runoff coming up in December. So if you live in the city of Miami, you definitely want to tune in and definitely share that with anybody that you know that lives in the city of Miami. So yeah, I'm just getting up with the comments. Oh, y'all was running it up. Don't forget to share the show. Yes, I need to make you the moderator, Tammy. Hey, I love it. We ready for the holidays. We here. I just like to show y'all y'all comments, because it just make me feel good to see y'all. We here literally. No, y'all literally are. She ain't in the kitchen, Tamila. We getting our break to cook. Yeah, Alexa's gonna cook for us. Oh, today's gonna be a great day. Yes. So y'all make sure y'all like, y'all share. Let's go. So I'm trying to think. It's something I wanted to talk about before we hopped into the hot topics. But we'll just get into we just gonna get into the news you can use. And if it come back to me, then I'll run with it. Okay. So let's get into our news you can use. And we got our beautiful graphics. Shout out to our show producer, Ashley J, who, first of all, that's distracting too. Let's turn that way. Because I'm like, who is this moving on the TV? Y'all, this is gonna be real fun tonight. It's gonna be one of the, I think it's gonna be a record-breaking show. Y'all, I think y'all want to share this. Put this on while you peeling the potatoes for that potato salad, while you cutting them onions and the bell peppers for that dressing, while you doing all the things. Yes, I need y'all to share this with people. I think it's gonna be a real good show. Oh, hey, Parkalito Liberal 6981. You a new one in the chat. Hey, boo. Who you is? Let me know who you is. Okay, so we finna get into some news you can use. And let's get our beautiful graphics to play. What's up? We got new viewers in the buildings. Hey. Oh, I love this. Who is this? Look at y'all. Keep walking your radiant path, Diginate, and continue offering your gifts to the world. Your work blooms beautifully. Thank you, Jean. I don't know you, but thank you. Oh, Parquito, hey, with Milky John's liquor brand, right? Yes, come on. I appreciate y'all. And I see some of y'all have come over from the media happy hour. It was a lot of people who did not know the High Low News brand, but knew maybe MD or CoSpace, and now they're new followers of High Low News. So that definitely played a huge role in our branding and our expansion. So let's get into a quick little recap of the media happy hour. First of all, it was everything, packed house, standing room in the back. All seats were filled. Yes, I knew there was, okay, hey, Parquito. And actually, Parquito was there. Parquito, put the name of the brand because it's escaping me right now, so I could shout out Milky Jean's liquor brand. But he was there doing tastings. We also had our sponsors. Matter of fact, I don't want to miss nobody's name again. I want to give them a huge shout out because they did their thing. And so it was amazing. Also, too, shout out to Commissioner Oliver Gilbert, who came and spoke to the crowd and just addressed the importance of like marketing and media. So yeah, it was a dope night. I'm definitely going to do something like that again. And we actually dropped the news while we were there that Metris Bets from the Overtown Business Organization. Sorry if I don't have the exact name, but we're going to actually bring Media Happy Hour to Overtown and for those businesses there. So yeah, if you missed this first one, we're actually going to air that that panel. I'll figure out sometime in December. And if I feel like it's too much of a clash with Christmas, we'll wait into the new year. But if you didn't miss it, don't fret. You're going to be able to watch it at some point and be able to get all the gems, take some notes. It was really, really good for small businesses. A lot of the businesses there said that it was so needed and they really, really loved it. So we definitely going to run that back, and shout out to Metris Bets and the Overtown community who's going to allow us and sponsor us to come and bring Media Happy Hour to Overtown. So, you know, give me some fire, give me some applause in the chat for that, for expansion. It was great meeting people and learning about different businesses, and everybody there was so dope. It was a vibe. It was just like, I hate to say this because, you know, Miami get a bad rep when it comes to, you know, people, you know, us not really connecting like the people in Atlanta and DC and New York, but it was on that type of energy where it was like just connections and just beautiful vibes. Like we could have been anywhere in Brooklyn or DC or whatever, or you know what, I'm claiming it, or in Miami. It was beautiful Black entrepreneurship, collaboration, no competition. Like everybody was there to learn and grow from each other. So I'm really glad for the space that me and Joy from CoSpace and MD, the team over there, LaToya and Jackie, helped curate. And I'm gonna get those names for y'all. Hold on, let me see what y'all putting in the chat. It was a really awesome event. Oh, thank you, Tamila. Thank you so much for your help. You and Annie, my team, helped me with some of the setup there. Oh, and it's called Saint Seville 1972 Haitian Heritage Rum. Y'all got to make sure y'all check them out. And we may be doing some partnerships and some events with them. So y'all Y'all stay tuned. Y'all, but that's black-owned liquor. Milky Jean is Wyclef Jean's, or John, Milky John, Wyclef's sister. And she actually named this rum after an event that happened in Broward County with, I think, Haitian boat. We'll have Parquito on to tell the whole story. Now, I don't want to get it wrong, but it's a connection to South Florida, which I think is so cool. We actually featured them on High Low News maybe a couple of months ago. So y'all can always like search on our website or our pages to find more about it. But shout out to St. Samuel 1972 Heritage Rum. Yes, thank y'all for the fires in here. Fire, baby. You burn me up within your flame. Fire and desire. Oh, this is Ani. What's up to my niece, Deani James? Y'all know she is an honorary reporter for High Low News. We did our book fair coverage last year. Oh, we're going to miss it this year, Ani. Thank you for watching, Auntie Baby. Hey, okay, its ship landed on the shores of Pompano Beach. That's what it was, St. Samuel, the liquor brand. But we're going to have Parquito. We're going to have you on to talk about all of that. Because you got to come on. That's an amazing story. Keep singing. Nah, I ain't going to do that to the people. I'll be burning up y'all eardrums every week. Yes. But so, yeah, that was Media Happy Hour. Oh, let me give y'all our sponsors and also to our panelists. Shout out to our dope panelists, Suzanne McDowell from Circle One Marketing. She also hosts her own talk show in the Circle. Jesse Coleman, who is the founder of Video Mix TV. Michael Butler, let me make sure I get his last name. Michael Butler, who's a business reporter for the Miami Herald, and High Low News' very own Ashley Jocellier. We're just gonna call her Ashley J. She's our producer, but she also too is a marketing pro as well. So she was on the panel. And then also too, just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, which was Chef Shay with Shay's Caribbean Cuisine, Leighton Campbell, the author of Your Happiness Equation. And then we also had Janae Sheffield, owner and operator of Upper T. And she actually has a location. So just shout out to everybody. Also to shout out again to Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust, MD, who was also to a partner with us in curating that event. And so it was just a dope event. Amazing. We're going to run it back. So like I said, we're going to stay tuned for we're going to do a video recap, and then we're going to play the panel at some point. So y'all will be, in the know of what happened. But definitely any business owner, if I do that event again, definitely come. And also too, when we air it, take your notes. But I'm thinking we're going to do some different versions of it too. It was just so much more that we could have done that I couldn't fit into that time. But I had an amazing, amazing time. Did somebody fall back there? Oh, no. Okay. Hey, Nene. Oh, look at him in the comments. Heck, you're welcome, Auntie. Love you. I love you more, baby. So wait. So the next topic on let me see what I'm gonna say for the hot topic. Let me see what I'm gonna say for the hot topic. Oh, we're gonna say, I know what I'm gonna say for the hot topic. JT and Ball Greezy. JT and Ball, JT and Ball Greezy, what y'all got going on? Because just as Bushy B is on the rise, then y'all gonna make Florida take a L. Well, not too, a little bit. You know what? These next two, because those are like hot topics. I don't know if these are news you can use. I don't know if it's news you can use. I think we may say those for the hot topics. Or you know what I'll do? It's a hot topic kind of day. So the first hot topic will be the Thanksgiving family, and then we'll save JT and Ball Greasy for the end and sandwich Miss Higgins in between that. That's what I'm going to do. So, oh, you know what? I do have some feel-good news. Miss Amaria J. I want to give her a quick shout out. So there is a South Florida native. She is one of the youngest radio hosts in the land, and she's been honored. So we got some news you can use, and we got some graphics. So let's play that. Not news you could use. I'm tripping. Feel good news. Let's get into it. So our feel good news topic of the day is 12-year-old South Florida native turned youngest national radio host earns Icon Boss and Radio Award at Platinum Award Gala. And shout out to Amaria J. She is amazing. Shout out to her mom, Ty Lai, who's like the coolest momager. And she's also a PR pro in her own right. And so she's our Feel Good News highlight of this week. And let's get a little bit into this award that she's getting. Look at her, beautiful Amaria. Amaria Jones, a 12-year-old radio host from South Florida and the youngest radio personality in the United States, will be honored with the legendary Icon Boss Radio Award at the 4th Annual General Bosses and Bossettas Platinum Award Gala. Say that 10 times fast. The ceremony will take place December 7th at the Atlanta Cosmopolitan Center in Douglasville, Georgia. The event will be hosted by Michael Lovett, a 4-time best-selling author, actress, entrepreneur, publisher, and celebrity speaker. Jones has quickly become a standout in the media industry, selected from more than 600 nominees nationwide. She hosts the Amaria J Show every Saturday at noon on envisionradio.com, a 24/7 gospel station with replays airing Tuesdays at noon. Her show brings a fresh perspective and enthusiasm to the airwaves, earning her recognition as a rising young talent in broadcasting. Shout out to Amaria J. Come on, girl. Doing it at 12 years old. If I knew what I wanted to do at 12, baby, I would have more money than this. Okay, but you are amazing. Shout out to you. I hope that you are watching this. Please clip this for your show, baby girl, so that your fans can see that you are getting press everywhere. But we love you. We also love highlighting what amazing kids from South Florida are doing. I know Amaria splits her time between here and I think Kentucky now because of the work that her mom does, but she's still a South Florida baby nonetheless. And so we still claim her. So even no matter where you roam, if you're from South Florida, which is our home, we will highlight you on High Low News because we don't gatekeep and we don't keep the bad. We keep the good news over here. We don't share the bad news too much. But if you're doing something good and you from South Florida, send it to us because we will highlight you just like we did Amaria J. So shout out to you, beautiful girl, and keep shining and keep winning. Yes, I love it. Oh, y'all, I love the community that has developed in the chat. Even though most of y'all know me, but some of y'all don't know each other. So the fact that y'all be talking in the comments is always so cool. I'm at grandma. Oh, she's really typing. Ani is really typing in these comments. I'm at grandma's house. Look, Ani, don't take over my goddamn show, okay? Tell me over the radio show. That is dope. Yes. So let's get into our first hot topic of the night. And we're going to talk about y'all family, the people that y'all cooking for and wasting all y'all money on. Let's get into it. The first hot topic of the night. Hey, I'm back. Was looking at my phone, sorry. So the first hot topic is dealing with family drama, dealing with annoying family during Thanksgiving. Put in the chat if you are looking forward to, put a turkey in the chat if you're looking forward to spending time with your family, your extended family, your maid family this holiday season. Let me see how y'all feeling in the chat. Are y'all looking forward to it? Oh, okay. The people, the live studio audience, they looking forward to it. So, okay, me too. But dealing with family during Thanksgiving time could be, and even Christmas too, any holiday time. It could, one, if you had loss in your family, okay, I see some turkeys. It could be a lot, right? I actually wrote an article about this a couple of years back. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. And sometimes I think people go into situations where they feel like they have to deal with the family. I'm not telling nobody, get it. I get it. You may not want to be alone on the holidays, but if you got anxiety and you feeling crazy and feeling like, oh my gosh, I got to go deal with Uncle Elroy. I got to go deal with Auntie Linda asking me why I ain't got no kids, asking me about this and the political conversations and the religious, like sometimes you're just like, I don't feel like dealing, right? I'm an advocate for preserve your peace and stay your ass, go get you some takeout, put girlfriends on and make it a blockbuster night. Y'all just showed my age. Make it a Netflix night, make it a Hulu night, make it a whatever night, because that's gonna be always worth it than dealing with family that you don't know how to address, right? why you ain't married? First of all, the shade of it all. Oh, you talk about that's what the family be asking. Yup. Wait, what you put in? Oh, you gonna be sleep, Tamila? What the bed mean? That mean you gonna be sleep? Yes, I'm looking forward to spending time with my family. I only cook once a year, and I love my. Wish you were here too. Oh, Mom, maybe one day I'll come back to spend a Thanksgiving with y'all. Maybe next year, Ani asked me to come back to a Thanksgiving. But for me, and just don't even no shade to why don't you have a baby or when you're going to have a baby. Yep, that's another one they be asking, child. Get out my uterus, okay? All up in my cervix, trying to figure out who finna live there. You finna take care of the baby? Asking me about a baby. For me, I also feel like this. If you do feel like you have to spend time with your family, if you, I feel like maybe have some conversations before. It's too late now to do it. Don't do it today. You got to wait till next Thanksgiving because don't bring all of that into the. Just don't go. But I think before the holiday season comes, you should have conversations with certain people so that you could clear the air, get common ground. Also, too, I'm a big advocate for mental health, so definitely go speak to a professional therapist and see how you should address some of these conversations. But just leaving things lingering is not healthy. And I also don't think it's healthy to go into these situations and just dealing with the anxiety and the headache of it all just to say you round somebody for the holidays. Okay, it's just not worth it, right? And you know what I want to do? I want to drop in the chat because I really, really liked. I actually did it. Let me see if I can find it. I did an article based on the movie Soul Food, right? And I was like, Soul Food will have you thinking that you got to put up with toxic family members just to eat some fried chicken and gravy and collard greens with some people once a year. And it got a few little hits, but I think I may run it back. I'm gonna share it with y'all here in the comments. Oh, here you go. Oh, I wrote this in 2022. How many years ago that was? 3. Right, bitch. Yes, I'm looking forward to this. Okay, here it is. So let me share this with y'all just to read a little bit because I've actually already talked about this. This is an opinion piece that I did. And let me put the comments here into not the comments. I'm putting the link to the article in the comments. So y'all could get into it. But this is my headline for the story. How I almost let the movie Soul Food ruin my life. My 2022 reflection on love and family dynamics. Woo, child. Woo, child. And just full transparency, if anybody has followed me on social media over the last couple of years, I wouldn't say never been, but I've not been a stranger to sharing aspects of my personal life. And so you guys learned that I was in an abusive relationship on social media. Some of you saw like some of the drama that I've gone through with family members. So this was around that time where some of that was going on. I'm glad to say that a lot of my family members, I am in a better space with them now. Not everybody, but we are in a better place. But I wrote this at the time, but although I still stand by this 1,000%. But this is kind of like the energy and the mindset I was in. And honestly, with me sharing a lot of stuff about family, people who have gone through things will DM me and be like, oh my gosh, how did you deal with this? Or I'm going through this too. So I do always, when I share personal things, I do it as also a way to just let people know, like, you're not alone in it. Like, we all go through it, right? And so I wrote this this article, and I was like, Ani, turn it off, because this I be cussing in this in this article. It says, disclaimer: adult language and spoilers and sarcasm are used throughout. And I'll just read the first paragraph, and y'all could go ahead and get into it, right? So my life up until recent years had been like a replay of the movie Soul Food over and over again, to the point where I just accepted it as my reality and really thought it was okay. But when I truly think about it, that movie is hella problematic and toxic, and all the other buzzwords people like to say nowadays. I'm not here to bash the movie because I still love it and watch it. I just realized the way they did things are not okay for me to have healthy relationships with family and friends. And the sad part is, so many families, especially Black families, handle issues like the characters in movie Soul Food did, thinking that unhealthy grandma's soul food and eating at the dinner table on Sundays wipe away all the fuckery you've done to each other. As I reflected on my life in 2022, I realized that my existence was no longer a reflection of the problematic movie I grew up thinking was a way of life. Oh, girl, you better know how to write. Okay, I like this. So yeah, this is one of the op-eds that I've done on family and, you know, dealing with them and reflecting. I'm not an advocate of breaking up families. I am an advocate of being whole and doing the best thing for you. And a huge advocate of group therapy, family therapy. Go talk to somebody. Here's the thing, if you feel anything but positivity going into any holiday event, you need to reevaluate why you're going to that holiday event and what needs to be addressed, what needs to be healed, what needs to be talked about. And like I said, I don't think you should do it today. If you feel like you want to blow up the family today, you can. You ain't not have no food to eat tomorrow. That's on you. But I would say do it after these holidays, because sometimes it takes time to pull your way out of some of the muck that comes up when you are discussing family shit. And I don't know if you want to do that right now before you go to get the turkey. As just somebody who has done this before, it will get messy before it gets better. It will get hurtful before it gets better. So all I'm saying is you may want to time it out. You know how when you prime example, you know when you got a man or a woman or a person, whoever, whatever you like, and you know you be like, this may not be the best time for me to talk to such and such, because I know Timothy got I know Timothy got a test he's studying for. Oh, I know, what's the other name, friend? Oh God. I know Tatiana. I know Tatiana got this big presentation at work. So today may not be the best time that I want to bring up XYZ. So it's similar to that with family too. It's like, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Big mama been on her feet all night. She don't want to hear about the time she hit you with the car door and didn't care, and you fell and broke your leg, and she laughed and was like, get up. I got bit by civil rights dogs. She don't want to hear about none of that. She don't, you know, the uncle don't want to hear about the time he teased you for being a little sweet and he didn't understand. None of them want to hear that, because he finna be grilling all day with the turkey and doing barbecue turkey. They don't. It's just not the good timing. Okay, so hold on to the next year and do this at another time. But just you know, how here's the thing. How do y'all feel about when y'all have uncomfortable family dynamics? How do y'all handle it? Is it you talk about it or do you avoid it? Let me know. Do y'all put talk in the chat if you talk about it, and put avoid in the chat if you avoid it. I don't know if the comments froze, but did I lose y'all watching? Did I hit a chord? Did it get a little too real in here for y'all? Because y'all are quiet. Y'all are quiet. Hold on. Let's do a quick commercial break. And we're back. Thank y'all for the look. Y'all already know it. We in here. Oh, y'all listening? Y'all listening. Y'all listening. Oh, not you. Don't avoid. Here's the thing. Sometimes you gotta avoid though, and sometimes you gotta, like you said, protect your peace. I think you shouldn't avoid if it's a relationship that you value. If you value it, okay, we listening. Talk it out. Yep, that's right, Auntie. I think it does. I think it depends, because there are some people where you like, I work this out with God, and I'm okay. The forgiveness that I may never get, I don't talk it through. I don't release it in my heart, but I'm going to avoid a conversation with you. And then there's some people, if you're like, I want relationship with them, I want to be communal with them, you have to talk those out. You can't have weird energy and unspoken things with people that you want to see and hang out with. Like that's weird to me. That is not healthy. That's not mature. Talk it out. Okay. So I think it does depend on if you want that person in your life or not. But yeah, y'all going to y'all turkey day. Have a good day. And that's what I was going to say. even though my family, it may be hard for some of my blood relatives to hear this, this is probably one of the most exciting Thanksgivings I've had in a very, very long time, because I'm getting to spend it with some of my favorite people in the world. And this is my tribe. This is my family that I built over the last, when did I have my family friction or fallout? That was 2018. So that's 8 years ago. So this is the first time in 8 years where I feel a normalcy to like be with everybody that I like truly, truly, truly love. So yeah, like I'm really excited about it. And my niece is pushing me to come back to our family Thanksgiving. So maybe I'll show up next year, Ani. If you asking me, Ani, because my nephew has asked me a couple of times before, Auntie wasn't ready yet. So if I got two niece and nephew, two of my little babies asking me. So I may show up next year for y'all. We could figure that one out. But yeah, this year I'm really, really excited about the family and the tribe that we've created. And we gonna be on our face tomorrow. We gonna feel good. That's another thing too. Even though I probably could do a Thanksgiving with my family, like it's not weird as weird as it used to be anymore. But I'm also super adult and I'm not around kids a lot of times. So I like to drink and do adult activities. I'm not in here doing coke and we not slinging enough. Like I like to smoke weed with my friends. I'd like to do hood rat shit with my friends. I'm a very social weed partaker. It's only birthdays, holidays, parties. I will partake. I believe in the weed. It should be legalized. I'm not an everyday person, but when I'm on my breaks, and this year has been yearing, so I want to definitely have a good time with my people tomorrow. So that's another thing too about going back to the family, because as kids there, I'm like, I can't be drunk and high around. I'm not gonna do that around my minor relatives, my niece and my nephews. No, I'm not doing that. But I like being on my face during the holidays because it's the end of the year and this is when I get to really, really relax. So that's another thing. But we'll figure that out. And my festivities started this weekend with the Florida Classic. Oh, we didn't even get a chance to talk about that. And we went to the Greezy concert. Was good. We will talk about that with JTS. But y'all, when I say on my face, here go a prime example of it. Ooh, did y'all see me eat the girls up with this picture? Well, let me put myself to the side. So I was feeling good, looking great. This picture is just amazing. But I'm pulling this picture up to show y'all. If you look closely, if you spread that picture out and look at my eyes, you will know exactly how I was feeling that night. You will know exactly how I was feeling that night. It was great, great, great time. Drake got the line, I live for nights that I can't remember with people that I will never forget or something like that. That was one of those nights. Core memory, locked in. So many things I can't even never tell y'all about, but definitely had a great time with my good best friends, Mr. JJ and Miss Lex. I won't say their real names because they got real jobs and the things that we partook in. No, I'm just yeah, Star, you ate down. Okay, look, y'all still giving me the compliments and the thing. Okay. Photo shoot. I pray it out and give it to God. Okay. But yeah, this night, especially some of them other ones, if you swipe through that carousel on Facebook and on Instagram, you will see my eyes was very low. However, because I was so uninhibited, I think I was emoting so well for the photos that I was like, if I ever do another photo shoot, I'm going to get high. I'm going to get lit so that I could emote what I need to and not be so self-conscious. Because that's the other thing too. That's a tip, ladies. When you're doing photo shoots, you have to be relaxed. You have to be natural. You have to give like that natural look. Like I always say people, their most beautiful smile is when they're laughing. So I used to tell people when I take a picture of them, like, laugh, because that's your most beautiful organic smile. And like, you can't do that when you're tense and when you're self-conscious. It just looks stiff. I see it in y'all photos all the time. You look, it's giving scarecrow. It's giving ironing board. It's giving, I don't know. I don't want to do it. And so I can't have a live studio audience because I looked over at my friends I looked over at my friends and I'm like, because I needed the validation to know if the joke hit. It hit over here, bitch. But anyways, y'all be looking stiff in y'all photos. So that is some tips. You may want to smoke some weed. You may want to have a little drink to loosen it up, okay? And that's what I'm gonna do. Shit, I look. Can I? We go. This it's a hallelujah night, right? I mean Thanksgiving night. I'm about to say Halloween. This photo reminded me. I didn't know. I had no idea, y'all. Oh, this too big. Let me make me small again. I didn't know this what I look like in the world. And I know that may sound like, oh my gosh, girl, what you talking about? Oh, we think you pretty, blah, blah. What you see and what I see in the mirror is not the same situation, right? Super self-conscious. And in the words of Tony Childs, I don't think I'm ugly. I'm not insane. However, there are always things when I look in the mirror that I'm like, this could be better. This could look better. And this is almost a direct quote from Tony Childs from Girlfriends, right? And so when I saw this photo though, I was like, whoa, this is what you actually look like. And I'll say this is not an edited photo. At least I don't think he did. I just thought it was the lighting and the shot. Like it's a great camera, right? And so I need to ask him. I don't think he ain't touched my face. So that's my face, right? So, but anyways, from my knowledge, it's not an edited photo, right? So I'm like, yo, this is what I look like in the world. And it really just reminded me like that, Janae, you need to just think higher of yourself and not just in an arrogant way of like, oh, pretty. It's just overall just having that self-love and self-confidence. And I think seeing myself in this light also too, I will say shout out to ICANN. I know I need a little work still, but them 6 pounds I lost definitely good in that jumpsuit. And I couldn't fit that jumpsuit a year ago when I bought it. So it took me losing some weight and working out with ICANN Fitness to get even in that, but it just boosted my self-esteem. And yeah, girl, you know, my little side diatribe. But ladies, go get high, go get drunk, or do a photo shoot and be your best self. And we're gonna move it right along to the next thing on the Runner Show. Let me put my graphics back up here because we be moving and doing it as I get to talking. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Yeah, you were strutting down the catwalk. We can never tell what went down that night. Oh, we never can. We know where the bodies is buried. We would never tell. You definitely ate in that photo shoot. Oh, thank you, mommy. Oh, thank you, mommy. First of all, can we get into the lighting in my friend's house and this couch? I really, really like this. Yeah, you was strutting the catwalk. Keep doing the photo shoots. Scarecrow is crazy. A little drink. Okay, you always the baddest when you walk in any room. Oh, thank you, Thomas. Tiffany, high and drunk and do a photo shoot. Yes, Tiffany. Girl, you know I was thinking about you. I was like, when I do this photo shoot, I gotta enlist Tiffany because you be killing your client's photo shoot. So we gonna get mine together, right? So next on the Runner Show is my interview with Commissioner Eileen Higgins, and then we're going to get into the JT and Ball Greezy conversation, right? So y'all hold tight. However, I'm not talking about that with Commissioner Higgins, so don't think I'm going to talk about Ball Greezy and JT with her, right? But we're going to get into that conversation. And she's, you know what I want to say, and I didn't get a chance to say this during it's giving a 1, 2, 3 on the dress, homegirls. What that mean? The background is giving a 1, 2, 3 on the dress, homegirls. What's that? What that mean? Oh, okay. Look, y'all, don't mind me. I gotta watch this back to see how this viewing experience is for y'all. But anyways, what I was talking about with Commissioner Higgins is, and something that I didn't bring up during our conversation, was the fact that you guys should be mindful of the people that value the spaces that are valuable to you, whether that's media, whether that's an event, whether that's, you know, and I know it's a fine line between pandering, right? However, I do think it's something for one of the top candidates for one of the top cities. Let's just be real, in the country, to say, hey, High Low News is that we want to be, and we want to, you know, show people, there in her audience that we're here, right? Oh no, don't do that yet, Hello News family. So I just want to just have y'all keep that in mind, because there are people who won't come. Some of your faves won't come to, to Hello News. Some people don't see this as a place that is of value to them. And I will give Commissioner Eileen Higgins, her kudos any day, especially too. And let's just be real. The city of Miami has a large Black population, but it ain't that huge. You know what I'm saying? It's big, but it ain't that big. One, I will say I'm not gonna keep playing small on Hello News. I do see the platform that we have built, but also two, for her to say, hey, I see value in this audience, and I want to, even if the majority of my constituents aren't Black in the city of Miami, but I do want to speak to Black voters. I think that's something to say. And also, too, that's the point I was going to say. Y'all already know I'm from Miami Gardens. I'm from Miami, Black South Florida. It's much easier for me to connect with Black politicians than it is for me to connect with non-Black politicians. Let's just be real. We all, like me and Black politicians, they're Black professionals. I see them out. We're at the same events. We're doing this, we run in the same circles. And, so it's been easy for me to connect with them. Also, too, when I started as a reporter, I covered Black cities. It was Opa-locka, it was Miami Gardens, it was Liberty City, it was Overtown. So the relationships that I built over the years have blended with Black politicians. So the fact that this woman who's non-Black, her team saw me and was like, I literally was at a county commission meeting. They was like, we need to connect with you. We want to work with you. I'm like, me? So I think that's pretty cool. And I think that's pretty dope. And yeah, I think we should, like I said, I'm never going to tell anybody who to vote for, but I'm also saying pay attention to those who come and value our spaces too in a genuine way. And y'all know Black people, we spiritual people. We feel it. So we could tell if somebody is BSing us. And I don't get that from Miss Higgins. Recognize top politicians know they could come to Hello News and get a great interview and fair interview. Oh, thank you. I hope they do feel that way. So without further ado, I would love to share my interview with Commissioner Eileen Higgins, and let's get into it. Let's do it. You could do it. Put your back into it. What's up, Hello News family? Welcome to another episode of the Can We Talk podcast, our show where we talk to dope people in the community doing dope things. And today is no different. Look, this is a special edition of the Can We Talk podcast. We have mayoral candidate from the city of Miami, Commissioner Eileen Higgins. She's back on the show to explain to you guys why you guys should get out to vote. What's going on with early voting, the runoff, and everything that you need to know. So without further ado, I would love to welcome back to the show, friend of the show, Commissioner Eileen Higgins. Hey, what's up?
Hello, it's Thanksgiving week. So are you ready to celebrate and see family and eat a little too much turkey?
Yes, I am. I'm so ready. I started a little bit of the festivities already, but I'm really excited about this time. What about you? Because you kind of are working during this time.
Yeah, but you gotta take time out for family. So I'll be spending Thanksgiving with my parents. My sister lives in Tampa, so we're all gonna collide at mom and dad's house, and it'll be good. It'll be good.
Oh, that sounds like fun. This is a good time to be with family. So yeah, if you have that situation. But I would love to talk about the mayoral runoff because, well, congratulations for making it to the runoff. But I guess, you know what, let's start with some people, because I like to educate a lot of our viewers who may not, know about the political process. So can you tell them like what happens during a runoff election in the city of Miami, specifically for your race?
Yeah. So, and it is confusing, I think, for some people. In Miami, in our local elections, we don't have a primary. We don't have a Democratic primary. We don't have a Republican primary. So everybody runs together in what we call the first round. And so the first round, which was on November 4th, had 13 people running. And you have to get 50%, which is really hard to do with 13 in the race. And then otherwise, the top two candidates go to the runoff. And you could have 2 Democrats, 2 Republicans, 1 of each, 2 independents, whatever you want. So the top 2 people head to the runoff. And that runoff is December 9th. I was really grateful to the residents of Miami. I was the top vote getter in the first round, and I go into the election with kind of a 2-to-1 margin over Mr. Gonzalez, who also is in the runoff. And so we've got to go vote again if you live in the city of Miami, because the future of our community is at stake. What do we want it to be? What do we want it to do? How do we want it to feel? And as we know from last November, elections have consequences, and the whole tone of America changed overnight. And we need to think about making sure we're doing the same thing here in Miami, but in the direction we want it to go.
Yes. And I'm glad you broke that down, because sometimes people, not knowing the election process or the political process, thinks, oh, I voted that one time, I don't need to go back out again. So for anyone who haven't any voter apathy or voter fatigue, what would you tell them, is maybe a motivation or something that they should know that they need to get back out, during early voting or December 9th to vote, in the election that you're in? Why should they come back out?
Well, first of all, if you live in the city of Miami, I haven't met, like I do, I haven't met anybody that doesn't complain about the city government, right? So don't complain about the city government, change the city government. And the only way to do that is by voting. And, you've heard the complaints. We're not building affordable housing fast enough. We are not implementing the projects that'll stop our streets from flooding fast enough. We've got economic opportunity only happening in some neighborhoods, and other neighborhoods are locked out of that opportunity. And those things all change depending on the leadership and the leaders that we elect. So voting is it's a privilege, right? Not every country gets to do that. We set the direction for the city. And, I can tell you, I sit around and my mind is blown sometimes watching the city of Miami commission meetings. Got a bunch of guys just yelling at each other all the time. They're always in court. They're always suing each other. Some of them get arrested and dragged out of City Hall in handcuffs. I mean, the shenanigans, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like a reality show.
It is a reality show. It's got to stop. I've been on the county commission for 8 years. There's no scandals, no drama, no yelling, just getting to work every day, making sure, that the top priorities of the people are my top priorities, right? Housing, right? Housing, and housing, right? Affordability, I think is, I don't think you're going to meet anybody that doesn't say that's the thing that matters most to them. So you got to get out and vote. I know it's a horrible time, right? You got Thanksgiving, got Mark Basel, people are putting up their Christmas tree, getting ready for Hanukkah, all of that. But December 9th is election day. We do have 3 days of early voting, December 5th, 6th, and 7th. So that's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the weekend before. You can go anywhere in the city those 3 days and vote. But it really is how we decide what we want the city of Miami to be. I certainly hope people vote for me, but even if they don't, go vote. Your voice matters.
Yes. No, thank you for breaking that down. And just as you're saying, like, we have to be more civically engaged. And sometimes that means stretching yourself and being a little bit uncomfortable, but prioritizing this is a direct impact to your everyday life. So I'm not saying who to vote for, but you definitely need to vote in this election. Just make a decision, just vote, period. In the words of our good friend, Papa Keith.
Exactly. He does say that, just vote, period.
Yeah. And so, you kind of touched on it a little bit, like housing is one of your main priorities, but can you let us know, like, some of the things in your platform or some of the things that you would like to implement or, have initiatives when if elected mayor to for city of Miami. So let some people know, like, what are some of the things that you stand on and why they should vote for you?
We can talk about housing in a bit, but let me talk about small businesses, right? And our business environment in general, right? One of the things that has to happen in the city of Miami is we have to have a strong economy. And we've seen in recent years that Mayor Suarez has attracted a number of tech companies to come here, which is great, right? A lot of other cities are dying and we're flourishing. With that success has come some of the affordability issues, right? And so what I want to make sure we're focusing on is still saying, yeah, you can come here and open a business here. But we want to make sure that it's the residents here that are in the pipeline for those high paying jobs in your company. And that will be things like expanding Miami Tech Works, where at Miami-Dade College, we quickly train people up in cybersecurity, artificial intelligence. And then there's over 100 companies already that provide paid internships. So again, making sure our people are accessing these opportunities. And then in every neighborhood, we have the sabor of Miami. Every neighborhood is different. We got to make sure that our small businesses survive. Nobody wants to live in a place where it's all chains. It's boring. One of the things I did after the pandemic was launch a very robust program in my district called Elevate Small Business. In the district I represent, which is Little Havana, downtown Brickell, Shenandoah, parts of Flegami, there's 8,000 small businesses, right?
Wow.
And we found out those were vulnerable during the pandemic. So the Elevate Small Business Program gave technical training, development, whether it was marketing, communications, artificial intelligence, financial training, how to scale your business up, how to grow your business. And then combined that with two funds that I created, the Rise Miami-Dade Fund and the New Heights Microloan Fund, to give them access to capital. And my goal when I'm mayor is to take that Elevate small business program and make it citywide, so that all small business owners, no matter where you live in the city of Miami, are able to really participate and grow. And it worked. We've got businesses that have one location that have 6 or 7. We have businesses that were only in Miami that are now all over Florida. And some of them are all over the US, and some of them are working out of the country. So we can create a small business ecosystem that also drives growth. It doesn't always have to be growth from outside. We can grow from within as well. So those are some of the things I'm looking forward to working on at the city.
Awesome. And let's talk about some of your views on affordable housing. Where do you stand on that?
Well, it's pretty straightforward. We need to build more affordable housing. The city has a lot of land. The way I've been successful in building thousands of units of affordable and workforce housing, right? We need to do both. We need very low income housing, and then we need housing for young professionals, right? They have a good job, but not good enough for a $2,500 a month rent, right? We got to make sure that we have units for them. I looked at every piece of county-owned land, and I said, what's on it? And let's try to get housing on it. And that's how I've gotten thousands of units built, because one of the key cost components in construction is cost of land. But if the county owned lands, and I'm going to do the same thing at the city, I'm going to look at the city land, right? I don't know. Are you excited about the new soccer stadium and having a soccer team here? I am. But they gave away almost 100 acres of land to build the soccer stadium, which obviously doesn't take up 100 acres. We're going to get a nice park. But all of the buildings that are on the site are either hotels, okay, that's fine, it's near the airport, or office buildings. There's not a single unit of housing. If I had been mayor when that deal was done, there would have been housing. And so I will look to see if we can get housing added to that project rather than simply offices. And I think that's the thoughtful approach of, when you have city-owned land, how do you make sure housing is part of the solution, not left out of these developments?
Thank you for breaking that down. And, just even talking about affordable housing, the connection to that is, high paying jobs. As if elected mayor of Miami, what would be your approach to attracting or retaining high paying jobs, so people who are native to the city of Miami can stay and live and work and afford to live in the city?
Yeah, I hear about it all the time. There's a lot of artificial intelligence companies that have now chosen Miami as their home, cybersecurity companies, a number of big tech firms. And one of the things that they're telling me is it's hard to get started here, right? Because even these companies that come here, they rent an office space, but they got to build it out. It can take 2 years to get the permits to build out. We've got to get them in business more quickly. We can't have businesses coming here, spending the money to locate here, and then going, we're trapped in a bureaucracy. We can't even open the doors. And that's happening to little businesses, happening to big businesses. So very important that we work on the small business and big business permitting so that everybody opens their shop sooner rather than later. And then continue to work on the connections, particularly with Miami-Dade College, with FIU, St. Thomas, and Barry, and more. We're blessed with the plethora of educational institutions. Have those conversations. What are the skills you need? What jobs are you going to be bringing here? Cybersecurity. And let me tell you, we heard that loud and clear with Miami-Dade College, put together a hugely robust program to train people up in cybersecurity, so we have the workforce ready for those jobs. So you got to be able to talk to the business people. They're going to know exactly what the resume needs to look like. They're going to know exactly what education needs to look like. And many of those jobs don't require a college degree. They require certificates. And then at Miami-Dade College, we just, with the president there is fantastic, Madeline Pumariega, and she's been creating these programs, and we're making sure we're feeding our folks into those jobs.
Wow. And thanks for breaking that down. Even for you to say that it could take 2 years to do a build out for a business wanting to open, what is happening in the city of Miami? Why would it take that long to get permits?
I don't know. Head exploded or an emoji that we can put on the screen. Who knows? I have no idea. We have a notorious permitting system. Affordable housing, let's say you want to build 80 units of affordable housing for seniors. It'll take you 1.5 to 2.5 years to get your permits to break ground.
Wow.
Then it maybe only takes 18 months to build it. So the bureaucracy is longer than the construction. So we've got small businesses held back. We got housing, keeping people out of housing because of our terrible permitting system. And then if you are a homeowner, right, they don't treat you like a customer. It could take over a year to get a permit for your fence, to fix your roof, to replace your windows with hurricane windows. All that has to stop. We have got to get these things out the door. And there's technology. The city of Honolulu, I know that sounds funny, but they get hurricanes, right? So they have serious building codes like we do. They have cut their permitting time in half by using artificial intelligence.
Wow.
Right. So it's doable. The county has cut its permitting time sometimes by more than 80%. So we've done it right here. I led that initiative at the county, including funding new computer systems to make that happen. So it can be done. It has to be done. We need a city that works for the people, not against the people. And imagine if you have your home on a street that always floods. And the city says, we're going to do a drainage project for you. And then it takes 3 years to get the permits for its own projects.
Are you serious?
It's just ridiculous. It could be 2 years. It could be 3. It's ridiculous. That's 2 to 3 hurricane seasons, 2 to 3 rainy seasons, more flooding in your yard, possibly, hopefully not, but possibly in your home or your small business. So there is, I hate to be boring. I'm an engineer, so I am boring. But anyway.
No, this is fascinating to me because I didn't know how.
The nerds are uniting here on the Academy Talk podcast. That stuff, it's kind of like the foundation of how a city gets things done. And so when permitting is broken, everything that the residents and business owners need is broken, and it's slowed down. And by the way, any project that is slowed down costs more, right? So let's say it's a 3-year delay to get a public works project. That project costs 40% more, right? So if you can get that permitted in less than a year, some of them are complicated, right? They're complicated. It's going to take a year to permit. But if you can get that out the door in a year, you could build almost another whole project with the savings. So projects are costing more. When projects cost more, by the way, that's our money, right? That's our money, the people's money. So permitting will make our projects less expensive. Same thing for homeowners. These poor contractors. I know contractors that just won't work in the city of Miami. They're like, it's just not worth it. The trauma of trying to figure out for a small job. So small jobs, which are big for a homeowner, right? A couple $1,000s for a homeowner. It's a lot to fix your windows or this and that. They just can't find the range of people to do it. But so this is when I talk about a city that works for the residents, we need a city that works for the residents. It can't just be a bureaucratic black hole where every question just gets sucked in and destroyed. It's not dark matter. We need to have a city that is helpful, like answer the phone, help people, and let them fix the things they need to fix, and let's get the city fixing the things it needs to fix.
It's definitely clear that new leadership is needed in the city of Miami.
Indeed.
You know, just switching gears a little bit, you talked about it a little bit too, like keeping the culture of the city of Miami. And something that is a hot button conversation, and we talked about it before in previous
Yeah.
interviews, is gentrification. And you know what, the Black community, and even, you know, the Hispanic Cuban community, like with gentrification, we lose that soul of the city of Miami. What are your views on, you know, I guess slowing down or reversing gentrification so that like the culture and the spirit of the city of Miami, when you have places like Overtown and Little Havana and Little Haiti, you know, all in the city of Miami, Coconut Grove. What are your thoughts and your views on like keeping that soul and culture of the city of Miami, and you know, the connection to gentrification?
Well, I think there's a lot of things that are down on paper, but aren't alive and
Mm,
funded and being implemented. And you know, maybe I'll give you a couple of examples, right? Overtown, through the work of Metris and a number of others, they've received this designation, which is hard to get, called one of America's main streets for Third
mm-hmm,
Avenue, right? So that gives us the ability to make sure that Third Avenue, we can market that differently, we can attract tourism differently. So we can make sure that the heart, soul, and history, I think, importantly, and the people of that neighborhood are part of that forward facing point of view about Overtown. That it's not a place that just needs to be redeveloped, it needs to be rediscovered. That doesn't
mm,
mean that there's not buildings that need to be fixed up. You know that as well as I do. We got to fix that stuff up.
yeah.
But we also have to make sure that the partners in there live in the neighborhood and work in the neighborhood, right? And that they're partners in the development, right? You saw, you know, we know Keon Williams at the Urban, like he's part of, like, we have people from the community that are part of the future of that community. And Alapata is another great
Mm-hmm.
example, right? So, you know, Dominican, Puerto Rican, you know, and they have a nice neighborhood that's been designated Little Santo Domingo. And that's it.
Yeah.
Like,
Like I
no
didn't even
money.
know that.
Yes, it's an actual thing that's typed up, but there's not been this cohesive approach. And there are, just like in Overtown, there are organizations that can help with that, like the Alapata Collaborative Community Development Corp. They're amazing, and they're trying to make sure they're marrying housing with small business in the same kinds of structures, again, so that Alapata doesn't lose its unique identity. Right. I think we all know that, you know, things get built, things change. We have to be part of the change. That's the trick, not
Mm,
left out of the change. And opportunity has to be everywhere. And that starts, you know, Liberty City is probably a great example where there the level of safety was so poor, right?
mm,
It was hard. It was hard as a mother, let your kid walk on the streets. It was not, it
yes.
was dangerous. Right. And it was dangerous because we had just concentrated poverty there. Well, okay, there you go. In a racist way, let's be very clear, done on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the investment that's going on in that area now is bringing working families to the area, people that can pay market rate rent. And so we're building a mixed income area there that brings opportunity. And that 15th Avenue corridor, I think, is a huge opportunity. In the same way we're talking about the 3rd Avenue corridor in Overtown, it's not as far along, but that we need to have an amazing commercial corridor. And one of the things that neighborhood does not have is a grocery store within walking distance.
That's true.
Right? It's a food desert,
Mm-hmm.
which is ridiculous. And by the way, Overtown is no longer a food desert, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? We have a number of grocery stores there, all walkable to the neighborhood, and so that is one of the things that's top on my priority. And we have finally at the county made sure that everyone has a new home there. Right? So
Mm.
all of the old, you know what I'm talking about, those horrible barracks that just nobody should have been living in for a long time. And so that will enable us to kind of, they need to be demolished, right? And I know we're, you know, as much as we hate them, they're also memories, but that will enable that section of Liberty Square and Liberty City to become available for things like a grocery store. And then also on 15th Ave, importantly, the county, we made sure that there was office space and a co-working space for the Miami Chamber. So the Black Chamber has their offices there. They're beautiful offices if you haven't gone by. And because we have to have neighborhoods where business people go and they feel like, yeah, I could have my co-working space here. And yeah, I could live up here. And so that's why when I say there has to be opportunity in every neighborhood, neighborhoods need to be complete neighborhoods. And it doesn't mean they stay the same, right? If we're not facing the future, we're fading into the past. But we have to make sure that the folks that live there and grew up there are part of the next phase of the future. And so I see some hope in some of these neighborhoods and the folks that are doing things and coalescing around making sure those things happen. But you gotta be careful. And listen, there are people that own lots. Whoever owned them before sold them. And in Florida, we don't have the ability under state law to stop people from doing what they want on them. That's illegal under Florida state law. But certainly there are people that want to, they'd like to use their property to make some money, but they are much more open to doing it in a community focused way. And those are the folks we have to connect together to make sure our neighborhoods don't fall apart and become, I don't know, all the same.
Yes. No, thank you for breaking that down. And you hit a lot of key points on, things that I think could be transformative for, our neighborhoods and keeping the culture of City of Miami. Commissioner Higgins, before I let you go, is there anything else you would like our audience to know about your platform? Also let's plug the early voting and election day and how people can connect with you, but just definitely wanted to give you, an opportunity to talk about anything that we didn't touch on.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we touched on a lot of the big issues that matter to people. Miami it's an awesome place. Why we live here, but we all know we face some challenges, and the next few years, as we confront those challenges, are going to determine how we look and how we feel and how we live together in community. And that's one of the things. That's the one that I want to do as a leader, is make sure our community and the people who live here are first and foremost in everything I think about. So we got to vote. If you want, whoever you vote for, hopefully me, but whoever you vote for, if you've got a ballot at home, drop it in the mail. Early voting will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5th, 6th, and 7th, the week before the election. And December 9th, polls will be open. That's a Tuesday from 7 in the morning till 7 p.m. on that Tuesday. You have to go to the polling location that's on your voter registration card. But early voting can go to any of the locations that's convenient. So some people go to Legion Park, some people go to Charles Hadley Park, Shenandoah Park. There's 8 different spots you can go to for early voting.
Wow. And something that we didn't touch on, we talked about it previously, but if elected, you will be making history as the first woman mayor of the city of Miami, correct? What would that mean? Told.
I actually didn't know that, but apparently everybody else knows that. Yeah, I will be. And so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, no, it is. And Commissioner Higgins, how can people connect with you? Social media, website, like how can they connect with you to learn more?
There's a website. It's Eileen.Miami. So you can check that out anytime you want. If you've got ideas, you want to volunteer, you're in the mood for meeting strangers who become friends. The minute you knock on their door, we'll be knocking on doors every weekend for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, nice. And if you guys are looking at the screen, I'm going to put the link in the comments, and I'll put it on the screen for you guys just so you can connect quickly. But quick Google. Commissioner Higgins' name is on the screen, so I'm pretty sure you could find information.
Find me.
Yeah. If you want to learn more.
I'm not able to hide very well these days.
Well, it is always a pleasure speaking with you and working with you. Just to get the word out on what's going on with your campaign. And just full transparency, we are doing a media buy with your campaign. So you guys will see more information about Commissioner Higgins' campaign. So I just wanted to be transparent in that regard. But this was also an interview just for us to dig a little bit deeper as well for our audience too. So just want to stay transparent, but also to just thank you for, coming on and seeing the value in High Low News' audience to share your story and your platform with us.
All right. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. You guys make sure you get all information for Commissioner Higgins' website and social media pages. Early voting is starting December, was it 5th, 6th, and 7th? Yes,
Yep.
and then election day is December 9th. So make sure you vote, vote, vote. Make the best decision for your life, and look at the candidates that show up in the spaces that you value. So that goes a long way, guys. Again, thank you, Commissioner Higgins, for coming on. Truly, truly appreciate you for taking time to come out of your busy schedule.
Enjoy the week and don't eat too much turkey, or eat too much turkey. Who cares?
That part. Thank you. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
What's up, y'all? That was amazing. Always thank you to Commissioner Eileen Higgins, maybe soon to be mayor of Miami, Higgins. Also, too, just wanted to share this just because I said it during the interview. Wanted to share this tab just so for anybody in the city of Miami. This is her website, eileen.miami. You get information there. Also, too, if you go to her website, eileen.miami, you can get information on like to her social media. And let me see, I can actually share it on our page here as well because I have it queued up. But here it is. It's her social media page. So if you want to follow her, Eileen for Miami is her Instagram, and we have her website as well. So thank you again, Commissioner Eileen Higgins. And also, too, just want to give some clarity on how our interviews work with political candidates. You cannot pay for an interview with me. I'll do that. However, I wanted to be transparent to let you guys know that we are getting a media buy from her. If you watch the beginning of the show, when you watch the end of the show, you will see her ad running. You can't pay for an interview with me. And also, too, that does not mean that you get exclusivity with me. I actually reached out to her opponent. I think I met one of his team members, and I need to follow up with them. The platform is nonpartisan. It's open to everyone. But also, too, I think it's important that if you're getting money from a candidate, that you should disclose that. So you guys can do with that whatever you would like with it. We are advertising platform. We do run political campaigns. We also do candidate interviews as well. But our candidate interviews are open to anyone and everyone, no matter what party affiliation you have. So definitely wanted to clarify that to let you guys know. I wanted to be transparent in the fact that you guys know that we are getting a media buy from her. But yeah, so moving right along to our final hot topic of the day. And we talk about Greezy, and we talking about JT performance L's. You know what? Before we get into the negativity of it all, I would like to highlight someone who is carrying Miami on their back, and that is Bushy B, right? And so before we get into JT and Greezy, let's get into Bushy B, who is actually doing some great things when it comes to Miami music. And so he's been getting a lot of love on the blogs the last couple of days. I've been seeing him everywhere on Shade Room, Neighborhood, Hollywood. So this headline has been, even though Shade Room got it wrong, they called it Miami bass music. It's actually Miami Juke music. And what they meant was Bushy B is bringing that real Miami Juke energy back, and we love to see it. And so shout out to Hollywood Unlocked, who got it right. And they're talking about this song. Hopefully it doesn't get us. You know what? I'm not even going to play it because I don't know. Y'all already know I had it before. Y'all could go right to the Hollywood Unlocked page and go listen to the music, but meet me in the 305. And so, yeah, I actually made a comment on one of those blog posts, and I was like, I said Bushy B is carrying the Miami sound on his back right now. But the people who ain't, the people who ain't so much carrying that sound on their back right now is JT and Greezy. And I actually may have some unpopular takes on what everybody else has been saying. So let's get into JT first, and we're going to end it with the person who got the most latest news, Greezy. So let's get into JT and why she was heating up the blogs. We actually were at that concert when I said I was in Orlando for the Florida Classic. I mainly wanted to make it to this concert, but let's get into what JT had to say, child.
He's staring at me.
Okay, let me
Don't be looking at me crazy. I'm looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm 33. I'm your age. I need y'all to have fun. Like, don't be staring at me. Don't be looking at me crazy. Cause I don't know what age group I belong with no more. I don't know if I'm a YN or an OG. I think it's my last time with being kid. Okay? Since I came home, I've been kicking every summer. Real boss bitch, and I started as a runner. Please, and I'm looking like a snack. 40 years, bust that ain't my bitch.
Okay, so let me pause that because we don't want to get no copyright infringed. Y'all remember that episode I did with the girlfriends review? The way YouTube snatched her off the thing, snatched her like it snatched my edges. Okay, but anyways, so I was actually here at the show, and I'll tell you this: live, it wasn't that big of a deal to me when she was saying that. To me, JT has this persona of like an attitudey, hoity-toity type of ghetto fabulous black girl from Miami. Also, too, coming from Miami, I just know that personality of a girl. Like, they're very sarcastic. They're very, chatty cat, not chatty Cathy, but kind of be like, they be shady sometimes, but they don't mean nothing by it. It's just the way that they communicate. It's the way they joke, right? And when I heard it live, I just thought it was a joke. I thought it was a part of the skit or whatever, until so when she first came out, she was like, why y'all don't be standing there looking at me like that? Then she came back and she was like, this is the last time I'm performing for y'all or whatever. And I was like, the crowd up there must not be feeling her the way the crowd was where I was. I was in section 112, not near the stage. So I was way back, but still in the lower bowl though. But but our area was going up for JT. So that's something too. I think artists, even though they don't understand that the entire arena or the venue is going up for you, and maybe they can't feel that or see that. And I get it. If you performing for a few hundred people and they in the front, they still, I think they forget sometimes that it could be a whole different vibe for people who may not be sitting as close. And we were going up in our section. We were having a great time. And granted, there were some songs that I didn't even know. I am a JT fan, but I'm not deep in her catalog like that. So there were some times where we were just like, oh, okay, we didn't notice. I will say this too, as a fan, I was waiting for Sideways. So when she didn't perform Sideways, I think she would have got the reaction from the crowd that she was looking for, because that's her biggest hit. Everybody knows that song. They sing along with it. So I think she would have got that energy. But overall, I didn't think that I didn't think it was that serious until it started blowing up on the blogs. And I was like, oh, this was a moment that people didn't feel this the way I felt it. So let me see what y'all saying in the comments. JT is bugging. What? JT is bugging. You got to stay professional when you're performing. Doesn't matter if it's front of 10 or 10,000. You're always professional. Shaking my head. Yeah, it was confusing because I was like, why she coming at them like that? We was going up for you, girl. We was rooting for you. We was all rooting for you. Also, shout out to Tyra Banks, any OG A&TM fans. Hold up. Gee, she is shady as fuck though, and she not all that. Auntie, not you Reed and JT. But for me, a lot of people in the comments too, but I'm seeing in the comments some people don't like JT. I think some of the stuff with Nicki and Cardi and that drama that was going on plays into what's going on with the fans' reaction. Yep. In the Tyra voice, we were rooting for you. And I really wish my best friend was in here now. He just stepped out because he could really give me some of the little cliff notes on what's going on with the JT, Carisha, Cardi, Nicki situation. But I do think that played into some people not really liking her. I don't know. She must have been Cardi B's side if they really not like effing with her like that. However, like I said, at the time, as someone who actually attended this show and got her life, I was fine with the JT performance, and I didn't know that the crowd wasn't giving her that. I'm not gonna act like a dense person and act like I don't understand why people think she's being shady. I'm just saying in the moment, it didn't seem like it was that big of a deal to me, right? It didn't seem like it would be this moment in this viral situation on stage. However, I do think you have to be mindful that you're the crowd you're performing in front of. So I think too, whoever put her set list together, I think they should have mixed in more City Girl songs, the popular songs, and also to her big hit Sideways. Like I think they should have did that. She also too has a Uncle Al tribute song. Like it's a lot of Miami people, a lot of Florida people. Like we go up for that. So just the familiarity. I always stumble across that word. The familiarity of that sound would have got the people going. You get what I'm saying? So I also too kind of hit her team for not really setting her up for success, and also too the people who put that lineup together. I mean, I don't know if Space Jenkins, I know they were promoters of it. I don't know if they put it together, but I don't know if putting her with Jeezy and Plies and Boosie and Iceberg was the best. I was happy about it. She was one of the main people I wanted to see outside of Jeezy. But now looking back, I'm like, this is not really her demographic. I mean, I know she's from Florida. I know she that girl, you know, we go up for her like success-wise, but it maybe wasn't her target demographic. And I think her set list could have went with that crowd had they curated it better. Let's see what y'all saying. She was on Nicki's side, but people just don't like JT. Her and Cardi did go back and forth recently. Oh, okay. Now that don't even make sense because I feel like if she was on Nicki's side, everybody would just love her for that. Anything a celebrity presents as negative these days is going to get scrutinized if you think it was cool what she did or not. That's true. Anything for the blogs to get her together. You know, I'm rooting for my girl JT. Like I said, my personal interaction and meeting her when I used to work at the radio station years ago when they first like took off, she was the more genuine person. She was the one that was taking pictures with fans that didn't seem annoyed. Like Carisha was annoyed and tired and act like she didn't want to be there. And granted, she's human and she could feel that way, but I also respected, I would say, the professionalism of JT at that time. They both were saying how tired and how hard it was to be on the road and working, but JT took her time with fans. She spoke to them. She was friendly and much more friendlier than Carisha was. And from that point on, I always really liked JT because I saw what she looked like when they weren't all glammed up and all those other things. You know, like she showed me like a human side of her, and I like that about her as well. So to the fact that people don't like her, I honestly think she's misunderstood. I think they're not I think the Miami attitude-y thing that we all know growing up in Miami, clearly she from the city or the inner city, like there's a personality type. And if you're not from Miami, if you don't know that, it does come across as a bitch, is shady, like, oh, what's wrong with her? She got a bad attitude. When really that's just how they grew up. It's a lot of shadiness and it's a lot of going back and forth. It's a lot of ranking or joking. It's a lot of defense because you also too, if you grew up in certain areas, you always on the defense. You always got to be ready to crack, gotta be ready to fight. So that's a part of their exterior, their armor that they use to protect themselves in the world. And you just got to know when they serious and when they not serious. It took me, I'm not the best at even deciphering it, even being a girl from Miami, because I'm from a different part of Miami. I'm from Carroll City. And we didn't grow up in the projects like them girls. At least I didn't. There is some hood parts of Carroll City of Miami Gardens, but that's not where I'm from. So sometimes it is hard to decipher when the girls are you playing or are you serious? It's kind of hard. So as somebody from Miami, and for the most part, I could kind of figure it out within a few seconds if they serious or not. I could see somebody not from Miami, especially you watching this on the internet, being like, what's wrong with her? She has a bad attitude. I don't like JT. And she got a real sick mouth and she funny to me. So I know people don't, maybe not connecting to that, but you got to go where you celebrate it, JT, and not where you tolerate it, boo, if you want certain energy from your crowd. And also too, like I said, I think your team should have curated you a better set list, because I think you could have still played up to that Florida crowd, because we go up for you. I just felt like it wasn't the best set list. Anything a celebrity presents. Okay, I read that. Oh, I thought I clicked on this. She didn't do Sideways. Yep, she didn't. Oh, you definitely got to know Miami people are hurt to understand the attitude they bring is different. Yeah, we different. You got to know. But I mean, it's a way for it to translate and be universal. I think too, you just have to let people know when you playing. Like if you joking and you come off kind of hard or whatever, and it may be taken the wrong way, just let people know when you joking. And I think sometimes when JT is online and she's saying certain things, and here's the thing, I be thinking that she joking. I never take it as JT being serious or shady. But for whatever reason, in the comments, they be chewing my girl up. And I'm like, y'all not seeing the joke in this? Like, I don't think she's serious. But JT, I hope that you could, bounce back from this and that, you could get more shows and more bookings and, you don't lose your core fan base. And I wish her the best. I don't never want to see somebody from Miami, a black girl, fail at all. I agree. How people let her down with the set list for that crowd. Yeah. I never want to see somebody, go down. So I'm hoping that she, stay on the top. She got her fashion things, her lines of things or whatever. We report that on High Low News. So I think my girl gonna be fine. But I think also too, she's young. I didn't know she was in her 30s now. Definitely wasn't her crowd or target audience. It wasn't. You have to know who you are. You have to know who you are. Yep. Oh, wait, hold up. That's Dr. Gallon in the comments. Oh my gosh. Not the big dog in the comments. Oh, I'm always happy when I see, some of our leaders in the comments. I'm like, oh, snap, you came over to High Low. Okay. Let me get it together. Thank you, Dr. Gallon. But yeah, you're right. You got to know who you are. But we're going to switch it to our last hot topic of the night. And we finna talk about Mr. Nice and Slow. Nice and slow. How you make it off the porch. Oh, and them little ass shorts. Y'all share this one because unpopular opinion is coming in 3, 2, 1. So matter of fact, let me put my visuals up as I get ready for Mr. Ball Greasy. Let's get into our hot topic of the day. Okay. I got to get these things better queued up. Here it goes. Ooh, y'all. So Ball Greasy. If you don't know, if you've been under a rock today, I got sent this by, I think, 2 people today. And Ball Greasy is lighting up the blogs because of his performance recently. But before I get into the context, let me just play this video for y'all so y'all could, if you haven't seen it, so you can have your own uninhibited reaction to it without my take of it. Y'all read the headline. Okay, let me mute this so I don't get by YouTube. So this headline say Florida rapper Ball Greasy just gave the mic a Hawk Tuah special on stage. And the comments, and these are kind of nice. These are kind of mild on these comments. I think I may have to read from the Facebook. Somebody said, I've been said years ago, he a yag. Or Nino Brown said, my dog ain't gay, he just drunk. I can't go for that. No can do. That's gay, right? Here's the thing. Then he clocked it. So that's the thing with the fingers. Yeah. Oh, why would a man be doing that? Oh, wow, y'all feel the same way. And Tiffany got the melting face. Okay, so just for context, okay, as y'all see, Ball Greasy is at an event. Matter of fact, let me make it bigger again for some of y'all who need to see. Ball Greasy is at an event, he performing, and he's doing a little situation with the microphone, and he's saying, clock it. And the people feel like that him doing that gesture is gay, because they feel like he's simulating doing this to another man. However, I'll tell you this again, unpopular opinion. Let me make myself big for y'all. When I first saw it, just me, even even though I got it like with a little bit of a negative context, they're like, oh my gosh, they eating Ball Greasy up. But why? I'm confused. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all what my initial reaction was of it, right? I was like, oh, Ball Greasy's showing them what he wants a woman to do to him. And of course, I put the clock it as something funny, like, you know, sometimes boys will be like, yeah, girlfriend, or they may do something that a girl may do just to be funny, just to be silly. I didn't see it as gay. I didn't see it as anything other than a straight man saying what he wants a woman to do to him. And he also performing. Also, too, Greasy looked lit too. So he looked like he having a good time or whatever. Also, too, y'all got to understand, like 99% of his audience is Black women. So he's playing up to them as well. But for me, I just didn't see the initial like outrage. And everybody's like, why is he doing that? I'm like, y'all do know men masturbate, right? And they, you know, jack their thing. So he would know how to jack a penis because he's probably masturbated before, right? So to me, that didn't equate to do this to me. But also, too, in my mind, it didn't even, like, masturbation wasn't even the first thought. The first thought was, I've seen women do this to me before, so I'm just emulating what I want done to me, right? So it just didn't seem gay to me. But I guess in y'all mind, did y'all immediately feel like he was doing that to a man? Like, I don't, and why did y'all mind go there? But let me see. But why I'm confused, it's just an odd gesture in general for the performance. But the song is saying, do me, baby. So he's saying, do this to me, baby. And I get why it would be a little bit, I guess, jarring. Here's the thing, we just don't see this from Ball Greasy, right? Like, he's generally kind of an unproblematic guy. So I could get why people like, why would Ball Greasy do this? And he's also too kind of super macho. But again, his audience is mainly Black women. So I get he's trying to play up to them. I just don't know why y'all, it wasn't gay to me. It wasn't gay to me. It was just, this is what he's showing that he wants you to do. I almost said something that was almost too much in my business. So we drinking. It's Thanksgiving. Put the kids away. Put the kids away. Put the kids away so we can have a conversation, right? Put my niece away, mommy. Put Annie in the room. Because I'm finna get y'all ladies together. And I know I'm not the only woman. And the gay boys too, because y'all was in the comments eating him up too. That I like Ball Greasy. That was just weird coming from him. He should have just thrown a D in the slow motion or something. It didn't assume it was for a man. It was just weird. Okay. I get what you're saying, but it wasn't weird to me. It just was very suggestive. Because, okay, so here's the other thing before I get into I'm gonna give y'all some time to put the kids in the room before I had a real adult point that I'm gonna make. When Jill Scott did it to that microphone, did y'all say that was gay? Did y'all say that? I mean, clearly she's doing it for a man, a simulation, but what's the difference between Jill Scott doing that simulation with the microphone and Ball Greasy? What's the difference? They both saying what they want to do or want done to them. And he's heterosexual, so why did it become gay? I could get why you said it was weird, but why the gay stuff came out? Why they hating on Greasy though? He doing his thing. Auntie, you are hilarious. He is. Okay, so I'm assuming y'all put y'all kids away. I gave y'all enough disclaimer. Adults in a room, please don't act like a man has never displayed what they wanted or have done some things right. I love it all. What you saying? Nah, to Tiffany, like it was gay, or you saying it was just weird? But back to my point, and I'm gonna make my point, and I'm gonna shut all y'all up because I know this. I can't be the only person this has happened to. Men sometimes will get stuff started to show you certain things that they want done. That's how I took the Ball Greasy thing. And I get it. It was very suggestive, but his shows are adults. They're for adult women. Please, I don't want not the same as Jill. Okay, okay, you saying this. Wait, I'm losing my connection. Okay, here I am. But like I said, women's and men's, let's not act like a man ain't be why he getting ready or y'all having y'all good time or he. So what's the difference than that? Is it just nasty that y'all don't want to see him even simulating that for himself? Like if he doing it to himself, or is it just the act of it just being like, I don't understand what makes this gay, because that means you're assuming that he's doing this for another man. I get y'all. I get the point, Tiffany and Mommy, where y'all saying is weird. I could get that where y'all saying, or it's just kind of like uncomfortable to watch or like weird to watch. I could get that where you're like, I don't think I want to see that from you. The gay part, they're not on the stage doing it. My mama said, if a man is doing that, they not on stage doing that for you. So that make a difference because you in the privacy of your home or your hotel or your car or wherever you get down, right? That's hilarious to me. Exactly. Show me what you like. Yeah. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. And I get what y'all saying, but to me, he's just showing it's an adult show. I don't understand so much of the backlash. But here's the thing though, y'all. There's no such thing as bad publicity. I bet his streams went up. I bet his searches on Google went up. So no such thing as bad publicity. And Ball Greezy will bounce back from this. But I just was so shocked at the reaction that he got, because I'm like, dang, y'all really think Ball Greezy is something like gay about him? That's kind of odd that's where people's mind went. Yes, that's for me, not the world. Okay, I feel you. I feel you. So you feel like you don't want your performers doing suggestive things either. I could get that. I just like I said, I think folks ain't used to seeing that from him. And I said that too, because we not really used to seeing him as nasty, freaky nasty. Because here's the thing, I feel like if R. Kelly did this when people was rocking with R. Kelly, or Cisco, or maybe, I don't know, maybe a Keith Sweat or Bobby Brown. Like I'm trying to think of the real nasty singers. Who real nasty? I can't think, but you know, like real nasty man singers, like who go there, Jodeci's and the, you know, Genuines. Like I think maybe that is something that people will be more accepting of, but I guess because he's a rapper, no, but that's a double standard. Again, I just don't know why. I can see if you ain't like it just because you didn't like it, but to say it's gay, I don't understand that at all. That was not gay to me, but you know, and here's the thing too, and I'm finna, before I jump up out of here, this is why people be in the closet. The man can't even simulate an act for his female fans without y'all calling him gay. But then y'all be like, why people in the closet? Why? Because you won't let them come out. You won't let them be themselves. What is the big deal and why do you care? Is the other big deal to me. I'm like, why do you care? But Ball Greezy and JT took some performance L's this week. Miami artist Bushy B come out with a something trick that come out with a Denzel. Is Denzel Curry from Miami? I can't remember. But anyways, Rick Ross, Flo Rida, somebody got to come out with some new music so we could get distracted from this, because between JT and Ball Greezy, L's everywhere. R&B can do that, but rappers are supposed to be hard. Okay, but he does sing about love all day though. Like his first song is Greasy, trying to find him some shows. After the club, we just on me. I can't even say none of the words because they're so nasty, but he came out with a sexy song. So he's never been like a hard shoot 'em up, I'm finna kill you type of rapper. To me, he does have songs like that, but his biggest hits are like sexual songs, love songs. Like he's like a R&B rapper, kind of like he in that a little bit of the Pretty Ricky vein. Like his name, Pretty Ricky then was doing that on stage. Would y'all think that was gay? Let me see what y'all saying. These are free spirit artists of free spirit and not anything goes. It's 25, so flow with it. That's how I feel, Auntie. I'm not taken aback by things like this, but I'm probably more liberal than most people. So that's I guess that's neither here nor there. Clearly, the public has spoken and they don't like this. So, Greezy, if you want to keep selling concert tickets, maybe you want to stop doing that, or maybe do some special private shows for your real loyal fans, and you could go to town on a microphone for them for a price of $300 a ticket. Intimate show. Bam. Look at me. Hire me. Greasy, hire me. Hire me. Let me get you right. These old school R&B singers you just spoke of did raunchy dancing, but nothing like that. All that gyrating, that's nasty. That's true. He's in the lane of feel good music for women. Yeah. Y'all just don't. I don't know why that was such a surprise for y'all. It just didn't bother me like that. But y'all, this has been an amazing show. Our Thanksgiving show. I had a good time. Y'all make sure y'all have a good time. Hug your family, love on your family, enjoy this time with whether you're doing a Friendsgiving, a family Thanksgiving, whatever you're doing. If you're going to be by yourself and you're going to be watching TV all day, enjoy the day, enjoy your time off. Also, too, if you're hitting the Black Friday sales, make sure you have a helmet and some shoulder pads and some protection, because you may get boxed around in one of them stores, because people are crazy on Black Friday. You know what cheat code is? If you're not looking for something specific, but you just want to go shop, go at like 5 or 6. You're going to still maybe find some things that you want, especially if you're going for like some higher quality things. Like maybe you want to go to the Coach Outlet or the Saks Off Fifth or the Nordstrom Rack or some of those stores. You may still find some things in there later. I've been having luck doing that. And it ain't as much traffic. So little cheat code for my girls who may want to go Black Friday shopping, but make sure y'all also shop on Cyber Monday and with some Black owned businesses. That's true. He's in Atlanta. Okay. Thought I didn't read that, but yeah, y'all make sure y'all follow us on everything. Y'all already know the spiel. Like and subscribe. That helps us with the algorithm, helps us also to get closer to monetization, as many subscribers as we need. We need 500 subscribers to get to that first tier, I think, of monetization. And I think we're about 115 away. So look, we started this in March, and I think we got 200 subscribers within that time. So that's amazing. So y'all just keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Another great show. Thank you, Mommy. Happy Thanksgiving. I love y'all. I'll definitely talk to y'all tomorrow. Make sure you video call me with my baby Ani on the phone, and y'all eat some dressing and sweet potato pie for me. Oh, we got to get the sweet potato pie. Tantis, Walmart. I got to eat a patty pie this year. I'm not making a pie and I'm not home. Yes, enjoyed the segment. Keep bringing excellence, my star. Happy Turkey Day. Love you too, Auntie. Enjoy the day. Hug your hubby for me. Cook some of that good food for me and eat it for me. I miss your cooking so much. I miss you. Thank you, Tantis. Great show. Great show. Thank you to my live studio audience, JJ, Lex, and Tantis, kicking it with me tonight. Woo, woo, woo. Let's see if the camera will pan. Oh, it won't pan all the way. I can't make it pan, but I'm not going to do that to them. Y'all, it's been a great night. I love y'all. Happy Thanksgiving. Shout out to my guests again, Commissioner Eileen Higgins, and, everybody coming in. Also to my amazing guest, who is the comment section. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. And yeah, we got to get that sweet potato pie. So I got to run up out of here before the Walmart close to go get me a patty pie, patty pie. And, support those who support us. I'm about to run some ads. Yeah. And again, thank y'all for watching High Low News. It's been a great show, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.
In 2018, Eileen Higgins took on political insiders and won, and she got to work building thousands of affordable housing units, protecting Biscayne Bay and empowering small businesses. At the same time, Emilio Gonzalez was accused of fraud, protected the political insiders, and allowed city departments to be weaponized against local businesses, and was forced to resign in disgrace. On December 9th, we will deliver change with Eileen Higgins as our next mayor. She'll get things done. Vote Eileen Higgins for mayor.
Oh, I'm still here. Hey, y'all. Oh, this is hilarious. See y'all next time. Bye. Good thing I wasn't digging in my nose. See y'all next week.
When I was diagnosed with cancer last year, I was asymptomatic. I felt great. I wouldn't have found out if I didn't do a voluntary screening. Take charge of your health. Go to the doctor. Be proactive with your health.